can't quite believe that we first met in 1992.
I know, it's frightening, isn't it? Yes, I rang you out of the blue because I had a very close friend, a very famous journalist who also was a critic. And we were discussing the theater here, and I said I'd really like to produce in London because New York has become very, very difficult. It just wasn't any fun anymore. And he said, well, I have the perfect person that you should meet because I think you two would get along really very well.
When you rang me, I was sort of a bit skeptical, to be honest. I thought, why does he want to come here? Why does he want to work with me? And we've never, ever had a disagreement about a show. I went to see Bill Kenwright, and he said, oh, what's the matter with you today? You're miserable. I went, oh, you know, Andrew's selling the theatres, I'm part of selling them, and I just don't necessarily think they're going to go to the right people. So he said, well, do something about it. And I went, like what, Bill? And he said, buy them yourself. And I went, what with Bill? That's when I thought the only person I really wanted to work closely with was you. We went in 50-50, and then we never looked back.
And we never looked back. Well, I remember the name, we kept hearing all these names and coming up, and we didn't like any of them. It was so obvious when we found it, because you had seen this sign.
Yeah, I'd been going across Waterloo Bridge, and there was a big sign for the IMAX cinema. I looked at it, I went, oh, you know, you put N in front of it, and you've got
the two names,
Nica
exactly.
Max had you'd already bought a theatre.
Well, I already had the vaudeville. I bought the vaudeville, it was a total disaster. And Nica turned the whole theatre around from a business point of view. No, I mean, took a theatre that basically nobody wanted to play in, and all of a sudden, look at the theatre now.
And then there was a very exciting moment when we bought the Palace.
Best thing I remember is before we bought the Palace, I think you and I stood out in front of it one evening and thought, we got to have it. It's so fantastic, the site and the theater, and what it means, the Palace. I mean, it's historically such a great theater.
The sort of values at Nimax are sort of 3 C's, which is creativity, collaboration, and company. Everybody has the same goals, has the same ethos between us, and the same love. Don't come into the theatre if you don't absolutely love it, is what I would say. If you want to work in it, you have to love it. And it can be challenging and tough, but so rewarding. When I went into theatre, I was an actress. I was doing a play where we didn't have a good director. We were struggling as a group of good actors, struggling to make it work. And that's when I was standing at the side of the stage and I thought, oh, you know, I can be better than this. This is not good enough. What I liked about my younger self was that I was prepared to take a risk.
I've had very good success producing shows. Started as a stagehand originally. Was a terrible actor. Had been in every area, but to me, I love to go in these theaters when they're dark. These theaters are filled with all the great performances. There's something very mystical about the theater.
The principle is always to strive for excellence. We have the best staff team.
Absolutely.
And out of the senior management team, there's 4 people that have been with us all the way.
Well, I think that the best part about us is that we're a family with our employees too.
Yeah, and everybody is really valued.
We have a very good relationship with them.
Yeah.
Concerned about them and their own personal problems. And that makes a big difference in the operation of a company like this.
A very special moment was when we opened Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf from Broadway.
Yes.
With Kathleen Turner and Bill Irwin. And it was the first that was our production that we put up
Exactly.
here. It was very exciting because we'd inherited shows when we bought the theatres. To have such a big hit with something that we had
something that we had done
ourselves.
ourselves. With all our theaters, the history of them is what makes them so special, and the people that have played in them.
Yeah.
And the way they've been redecorated with the way you've worked in them and the shows we've done, they've taken on a totally different feeling than they had before we bought them. They're just totally changed. Physically, everything about them has changed.
Well, we've restored every single one now.
Yeah.
I just hope that we can continue to meet our ambitions in terms of the strength of the shows.
Just what we've been doing for 20
Yeah.
years, continuing doing the same thing.
And doing things that are so good that audiences want to come and pack out
Exactly.
our houses. That's it.
That's it.